Hi, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching and listening to another edition of Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our channels and networks. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hitting that notification bell and subscribing. Oh, you haven't done that yet? You should. Do it now. Do it now. I'm here in Southern California in the armpit of the San Gabriel Valley. That gentleman out there is.
Skip Falconer in Los Angeles, and it's beautiful out here right now.
First day of spring. Happy spring.
First day of spring.
First day of spring. I was out in my yard a little while ago, and the lemon blossoms are blooming. The bees are happy. The orange blossoms are blooming. We got tulips on the patio. It's a beautiful day. It's
Yes.
gorgeous. So to commemorate how beautiful nature is these days, we were very lucky to acquire a an American agave spirit, and not
Oh,
just an American agave spirit, a California agave spirit.
that's right.
And
Ventura
this is Tecolote. Actually, is that Tecolotito.
Tecolotito.
Tecolotito and Tecolote. That's why there's an owl there. Tecolote in Spanish means owl. It's one of the like two words that you can in my my part of the neighborhood. We used to call them lechuzas. So it's a tecolote, and tecolotito is a little one, tiny, tiny owl. And it's an American agave spirit. To my knowledge, this is coming from Ventura Spirits. And if you follow anything like on Instagram, Ventura Spirits, those folks are growing and cultivating and distilling blue agave. And Craig Reynolds is kind of the spearhead of that whole movement in Central California. This one is these people are in Ventura, but I think on the side of the bottle, and we should probably taste the juice first, but I want to give you the ins and outs because it's very unique. We've been trying to get samples of these for months, but every time they make them, the other distillery that there's one other one that's making California agave spirit from that area. Every time they make it, all the restaurants buy them up. So there's never any enough to go around for samples. This is a 375 that we were sent,
Yes.
and it's made from 3 tons of 5.5-year-old agave pinas, farmed with care by Stan and Stephanie Giorgi at their ranch in Tecolotito Creek watershed in Glen Annie Canyon, Goleta, California, in Goleta. So that's where this has come from. It was harvested in 2023, steamed. There's minimal information I've got on the label here, and fermented without fibers. So double pot distilled, aged 9 months in ex-bourbon cask. And probably the Ventura Spirits, if I'm not mistaken, they make their own other spirits, and so I'm sure they use their own barrels to age this. So it's gonna taste similar to their other products. But Skip, what's
Yes.
the ABV on this thing?
It's 42.5%. 92 proof.
Yeah, just double that. And it does say that it is a spirits distilled from 100% California agave. So this is our first. I've had agave spirits. We've had them from all over the world. This is the first one that I've actually had from California that I've been hounding them for, I would say maybe 3 or 4 years since they started that program there. And so I'm excited. I'm excited to try it. We popped
Yeah.
the seal off camera. I'm going to use a Glencairn.
And I'm using my Glencairn also.
So here we go, folks. Our first try of a California 100% agave California agave spirit. By the way, they do have a newsletter. I subscribe to it, and I hope that we hope that soon Tequila Aficionado might be part of the whole supporting the movement there because nice bubbles.
Yes.
Oh, okay. It smells good too, man. When I pop that cork open,
It does smell good. Yeah.
yeah. A lot of their processes you can see on their Instagram. I do believe these are pit roasted, I think. I'm not sure if it's Ventura Spirits or the other distiller that's roasting them underground
Mm.
in a pit roasted. They have Craig Reynolds brings crews of jimadores. I think they have one gentleman who's very well versed in that. He's a master jimador, and they go in there like this was if you didn't know it was California. Once you look at the videos and they share everything, so once you look at the videos, you think you're in Jalisco. Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
What a great nose.
Yeah, you still get some citrus in there.
It opens up nicely too on the Glencairn. In fact, um, I don't know if you can see this on my screen on my camera because I have the ring light kind of directly in front of me. But it's kind of a pale gold color,
Yeah.
and the aroma is nice. I gotta tell you, it's not shy. It comes right up to greet you. It's not offensive. Um, I'm waiting for some legs and tears. Right now, it's just kind of sheeting off the glass.
Oh, I have legs and tears, as you say, streaming like Netflix.
Yeah, see, I don't. I've got them they're sheeting off my glass. And I know this is a clean glass. This is a branded glass that we acquired from another brand that really is a great brand as well. So they were nice enough to hand us a few of these, and I could always use Glencairns or Stotzels. Okay, so you know,
Yeah.
if you want to gift us anything, gift us glassware. So, um, I'm not getting any legs and tears, man.
Oh,
It's got to be my glass. But what are you getting? Show
oh,
me.
it's sheeting up at the top, and then the legs and tears it's clinging to the glass, but they're flowing very slowly. So
I'm not getting that. Wow. Okay, it's got to be the glass. It's probably because it hasn't been even used. Some of the glasses that we did acquire from this particular brand were they're to give away, and they haven't even been used.
mm,
And normally I stick to my own case of glassware, but in a pinch, I just kind of took these out. And
I
okay,
don't know if you can see it on my
yeah, let's see what you got. It's important. The reason we look at legs and tears is because that's how it's going to. It's the body and the structure you're looking at to see what it's going to, how it's going to react on your palate. If it's too thin, then it's the flavor profile might not linger as much on the palate as it should. If it's too thick, then maybe something's going on. In any case, it's an indicator. It's not about quality. It's just an indication of what's to come. Okay. And I'm used to seeing legs and tears. I'm not used to seeing the sheeting, which is unusual for me. All
mm,
right. Well, let's get what we got on the nose. I got bourbon notes too. I did get the wood notes on that.
yeah, yeah, a lot of wood notes.
I'm getting like orange blossom. I'm getting some decent spiciness too.
Yes.
And despite it being higher in alcohol, barely any alcohol at all. And it might have been, it's been sitting on my living room floor for it's been about a month, isn't it? Hasn't it?
Oh, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Been a long.
So I just popped the seal off of mine, so it's not, it may need some time to open up.
No, this is opening up very nicely.
Yeah, it is blooming. I will say you're getting a lot of the sweet, spicy notes. You're getting some blossoms, I wouldn't say deep orange or anything like that. It's a lot lighter.
Yes.
I'm impressed. Hardly any alcohol at all.
Yeah. Yeah. No, nothing. I can
Hey, do you want to dive in? Let's just
dive
dive
in.
in and see what we taste. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was my first pass.
Mm.
Try not to make
That's
it.
my first pass also. So I use
Yeah,
my
spit bucket is your friend.
bucket.
Yeah, that's how we say it. We say just bucket. Yeah. Um,
But
it did coat the palate.
yeah,
It's not as thin as it looked on my glass.
no, no, no. It's not thin. I get that spice
It's got some great lip and gum numbness, a lot of spiciness right up front.
right up front. Yeah.
Lip and gum numbness, is perfect, just the way you want it. I mean, we've had tequilas that have less character, between Skip and I. So, um, and of course, you can't call this tequila. It is really, I'm hoping to get what Goleta, what that area, where these agaves are growing. I want to see what the terroir is like, what California is like, because I know I've had Texas Sotol, not from those Mercs. I actually received mine from somebody who was the first person to distill it in Genius Liquids, and his was, Sotol really acquires the terroir of the state and the area that it's growing in.
Mm.
And so and some of the blue agave spirits that we get from other countries really do describe that. New Zealand was really interesting. That was so light and fresh. It was breezy, airy. It was ethereal. I like how this smells. This is
I
going to
like
be great.
those. The nose on this is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go back in, man, and see what we.
Yeah, go ahead and go back in. I'm still trying to get legs and tears, man. I'm not getting it. It's got to be my glass. It has to be.
Mm, mm.
I guess I should have broken the glass in, which I have not had a chance to do with all of these. I think it's maybe two out of the six that I've actually used. So learn something new every day. If you're going to use new glassware, break them in. So, not literally, just figuratively.
Yeah, that spice up front is very nice. I like that. And there's a sweetness, but they
Mm,
not a cloying.
mm, mm,
There's a natural sweetness um,
mm.
from that 5.5 year plant. That's
If you
very nice.
if you look at the videos of those piñas, for 5.5 years, they grow huge.
Mm.
They grow huge in that area. I think
Where's Goleta? Is that up to 5?
I want to say that it's well, this is Ventura Spirits. So, Ventura is,
Oh,
you know,
101.
yeah, the 101. It's could be close to the ocean. So you got, ocean.
Mm.
You have that affecting the outcome of the open air fermentation.
Right.
Um, I know Santa Barbara is Santa Barbara in Ventura County, and Ventura is in Santa. I don't know. I'm only been there. I only camped there like 3 months. You think I would know the area, but I don't. I know that they grow lemons in Ventura County, so there's a big lemon festival up in that area. They have a big tequila festival up there too, as a matter of fact,
Oh,
in Ventura County. Um, I'd like this warm fuzzy that I've gotten. The finish on this thing is really good.
it's really good. It's really good. Really good. Yeah.
Like I say, I don't know why I'm just sheeting. I'm gonna have to use this in another glass. I
Yeah.
might, I'll
You just
do that off camera.
I have mine and it's sheeting at the top and then it's just it's still flowing. The legs and tears and I just have a little bit left in here. They are still flowing.
Well, I'm glad that you can see those. That must be my glass then, because we're using generally the same glass and the same ounces. Glen Cairn is a great glass as well as the Stazzo Jarrito. And we like to experiment with glassware, so uh, it's got those warm notes. So it really comes through as a lighter bourbon.
Yeah.
But the reason we started with the Reposado, I'm going to be upfront with you folks. Those folks at Ventura Spirits were very, very nice. They sent me not only the same I got a box with a an unaged and an aged version. And I know that Alex, our founder, wanted to try it. He wanted to try it forever. And then they sent me two more bottles. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't bother looking at the labels. I should have. There's an unaged version that is in that box that Alex has. So look for us to be doing that video sooner than later. So Skip and I basically have the same repo, and now I'm intrigued. Now I gotta try the Blanco. I gotta
Yeah,
try the unaged version
yeah,
because this is beautiful. I
it
mean,
is.
I'm not gonna let's not pussyfoot around. Brand of Promise nominee.
Oh, absolutely,
Uh,
absolutely.
not only as an American agave spirit, which this is our second one this year, but because because of who we are and what we do when it comes to mezcal, we have to really separate the American agave spirits as to their regions where they come from. Because now everybody's getting to the point where they're making them in different regions, and very much like mezcal, you can have an espadin coming from Sonora, which they call something else, and you have a same espadin coming from another region in Oaxaca, and the hand of the maker and the microclimate, it's all different. And then the ABV too. This is a higher ABV. So it's very unique in that it belongs to California. It is all about natural uses, not nothing. There's nothing artificial in it. Okay, if you're worried about enhancements, the California Agave Council, you look them up online, subscribe to their newsletter, become a part of that, especially if you're for those viewers in California. They're very conscientious as to how they want to proceed, what they want to do, how they're going to continue to produce this kind of spirit to not just emulate
Mm,
Mexico and not just to pay homage, but to move forward as this is what California agave spirit really is. And I would venture to say that it's nothing new. I have to look up at some of the history, but I'd imagine that, even in some of the missions, the California missions, they had the brothers, the friars were the ones who were in charge of um, the process of distillation, and I'm sure that there were some California Native Americans who were making a type of juice, or not liquor so much, but maybe something a little bit more uh, medicinal. And just like they did in Mexico, the friars said, "Well, we can't drink this like you can't drink pulque. We got to distill it and do something else with it." And I would really now I'm really interested to see what that Blanco is all about.
yeah, and you know what else? Um, I'm getting notes of like gum, uh, like juicy fruit.
That's got to come from the barrel because there's nothing weird they're doing with it.
Yeah,
The batches are so small that it's not even worth. It's not like you're mass producing uh, juice like at some of the distilleries in Mexico where they employ a lot of people, and they have many brands that come out of there like the maquiladoras. This is not a maquiladora. They make spirits for themselves.
right.
So whatever you're smelling on there has got to come from their barrel,
Yeah,
and whatever their char is, because if it was really, you and I have had stuff that would smell great in the bottle, smells great in the glass, and then it tastes like, wait a minute, what's up
yeah,
with this?
yeah. No, this is good.
Yeah, it smells that way,
Yeah.
but it's not coming through on the flavor profile. So that's,
No, no, no.
and the reverse is also true. Remember with that Telson, that you got that weird, nice smell on the nose, and it was really kind of odd, and then you
Right,
sipped it, and it wasn't there.
right.
And they even said on their POS, on their instructions, that yeah, they do something with the aeration. They add um what's the word I'm looking for? They add uh something to the aroma.
Uh,
So it's designed to smell like that. but it doesn't. But you feel cheated because it doesn't come through on the flavor.
And it's still like sheeting on my glass. And my glass is empty now. This is it's very good.
Would you now? How's it feel on your palate? Does it linger? Does it? I'm not getting any lingering effects except for the mouth, the lip numbness and the gum numbness. I'm getting
Yeah,
that, and the spiciness maybe a little.
a little spice, but that goes away real nicely. It turns into sweet,
Mm-hmm.
which is very
Out
nice.
in the back,
Yeah,
and that's their barrel.
yeah,
It's really adding that extra layer. But you know what? Until I taste the Blanco, I'm in love with this. This is perfect. And it still has enough boldness and character, but I think it's versatile. I mean, you could probably pair this with food. You could
yeah.
I would pair it with a cigar. I think it's bold enough to pair it with a cigar. Not a real bowl cigar, but a nice decent one.
Uh-huh.
Um, Desserts all day long. So I dig it, man.
I do too.
Like I say, Brandon Promise nominee and
Yep.
California Agave Spirit. Um,
And I'll put my brand promise card up.
yeah, I know. I got to get us all of us new ones because our logo changed. It doesn't look like this anymore. We changed out the whole thing. So we're upgrading to our look, and but we're still gonna have paddles. We're still gonna have the which is basically, this is just a coaster anyway, but it's a coaster with an ice cream stick. I got plenty of ice cream sticks, so I'm gonna make sure we get some coasters for everybody. But that's our take, folks, on Tecolotito. Now, if you've had it, tell us in the comments what you're doing. What you're doing with it? Are you mixing it? I guess you could mix this with make it a cocktail.
Yeah.
I think it would stand up. It's got a nice, it actually has a nice mouthfeel. I'm not going to say that it's thin. It's got, and whatever bourbon notes you're getting, it does. The more sips you take, that was my only pour, but that was like my second or third pass. Now
Hmm.
it's starting to cling to my palate,
Yeah,
and you can really appreciate the sweetness on the sides of the tongue, lip
exactly.
and gum numbness, nice medium to long finish. Uh, so what if you folks are doing, what are you doing with it? Are you putting it in a cocktail? Are you just sipping on it? Uh, did you buy a full bottle at the distillery, or did you get the gift pack, the 375? Because they do this because again, they don't make a whole lot of these batches. And what did you say? This was batch one?
Batch number one. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm
Right
really
here.
happy with it. I'm so jazzed with the quality's there, folks. The quality is there. And I get some nice bubbles out of it too. So you know how I love bubbles.
Absolutely.
So there you have it. That's our take. What's our price point? Do we have a price point on these things?
You know what? I don't know.
Okay. Well, if you guys have had it, what are you paying for it? Are you paying for the 375, the gift pack? Are you paying for the full Monty? I believe if I'm not mistaken, they'll probably make them in 700s, which are legal now in the United States. You can do that. 700s used to be just European bottling. But now I think they're acceptable in the US. So what are you doing with it? And leave us a comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow us on all of our social platforms like Instagram, Facebook, X, Twitter. We're not on Blue Sky yet, but we probably will be. And whatever you folks are doing, hey, you know what? Tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely.